Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Guilty Pleasures and Memories, where I talk about a guilty pleasure song and I talk about the memories it gave me. Now, for day 13, I'm going to talk about a Hedley song, which is a song called For the Nights I Can't Remember. Oh, man! This takes me back to high school. Now, I honestly was a big fan of Hedley, like in the same way, I was a big fan of Maroon 5 because they used instruments and they actually played them, as opposed to like, oh, here are instruments and it's mostly pop and they're just like strumming and it's like, oh, okay, it's see the band's right there, they're doing stuff, but this is back when they were really really into it. Like I was into their first two albums, but like one of my favorite songs from Hedley or their earlier stuff is pretty much For the Nights I Can't Remember. Like I really enjoyed that song because it reminds me of high school. Like in high school, specifically the last couple of years, I we ended up having a computer lab and we got to log into our own accounts. Like there was a library account, but they didn't have like iTunes or whatever. And I one day I was like, okay, I'll just put my songs in my MP3 and put them all on this computer, which I can listen to on my whenever I have time. And so I just listened to that specific song. Like I remember the song the song or play count on that for a while, and I found out like this specific Hedley song was the most played, like 80 times. And I just remember just the song just gives me memories because it just reminds me of me being a bit sad whenever I just, clicked on things. Like I was kind of a morbid high schooler. Like I ever since Heath Ledger died, I just clicked on a year I googled a year and just went on Wikipedia, and I actually ended up like seeing who died on those years. You know, it's pretty morbid, yeah, but that's how I found out who Sam Kinison was and how I knew who Bill Hicks was. That's how I knew, and it was, yeah, still morbid. And anytime I hear that song, it just takes me back to high school, like me being on a Mac computer, no wait, an Apple computer, listening to the song on my earphones because I'm not a complete asshole and just blare the song on my phone like a complete idiot would. Just in my earphones and just clicking and browsing around on the internet. And I did listen to the song like a week ago just to see how it was. And it just took me back to high school. And yeah, that was actually a pretty fun trip. I ended up just listening to the song like a few more times, about 4 or 5 times, because it just reminded me of those times. And unlike another guilty pleasure or others, I remember a couple of years ago, my younger sister played this song out loud on the TV, and I was about to leave for a friend's house, and I started singing, and I was like, and I do wanna love you, I hate you, I do wanna try. Like that specific part where after like all the craziness, like I could tell he was you out of the bed. I don't know the lyrics. Yeah, and it's like yeah, and then the instruments go out, and then there's that low piano. It's like, and I do wanna love you, and then it comes back. The instrumentation comes back up, and it's like, and I do. I'm like, oh my god, I hate you, sis. But I have to I have to sing this song because it just fills me with this. I don't know what, but I just really like this song. And I could have actually on this episode talked about Never Too Late, which is more of a summertime song, which is that just reminds me of summer school and just me having a good time. Yeah. Yeah, just me actually having a good time. And but I just want to talk about for the nights I can't remember because I actually had more of a good time because it reminds me of school and how sad I kind of was because it was just such a melancholy kind of a for me melancholy song and it just reminds me of just being at the computer lab talking with some people and just browsing on the internet. That's pretty much it. And I kind of did the same thing last week, just listening to the song, browsing on the internet, and talking to friends through Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And yeah, that's pretty much my memories of that specific song. And I will keep listening to the song, and hopefully my sister has forgotten about it. Uh, and that's it for another episode of Guilty Pleasures and Memories, and I'll see you another time. Thank you.